Next, we have gross domestic product. So when it comes to gross domestic product, it's essentially like how much money an economy makes. Okay, so think about this. It's the total value of goods and services produced in a country. So literally everything around you right now, the chair you are sitting on, the table that's in front of you, they all have a price, right? You add up the price of everything around you and every single thing that exists in your country, be it cars, houses, objects, whatever, everything, everything, add up the total value of goods and services, add up all their prices, this will form your gross domestic product. So if the GDP does better than estimate, the value of currency increases. Because this means more goods and services are produced and the better the economy is. So what I mean by this is that, on Forex Factory, there's two figures where you can look at. The estimate figure, which is like the predicted figure by the experts. The experts are predicting that the GDP is going to be this amount. And then there's the actual figure, right? The actual figure is the actual data that comes out, the actual numbers. So if the actual numbers comes out and is better or rather higher than the estimate amount, this means that the currency value will go up, the currency value will increase, right? So actual better than estimate is good, right? So because this means that there's more goods and services being produced, right? If there's more goods and services being produced, guess what? This means that the economy is getting better and better. So that's why the value of currency will increase. However, on the other hand, if the GDP does worse than estimate, right? So the estimate is actually higher than the actual figure, the value of currency will drop. The value of currency will decrease, will go down. So when interest rates are low, economy grows and inflation increases and vice versa. So when I talk about interest rates right here, what I mean about interest rates is the bank loan interest rates. You know how when you go to the bank and borrow money from the bank is not gonna like just lend you money for free and just like give you everything for free, right? It has to earn some sort of like profit, right? So it will charge you an interest rate, right? So it will charge you an interest. So let's say the bank lends you 100K, but you have to return them 120K, right? So there's an interest on top of the money that you're lending. So that's how banks earn money. So the interest rates I'm referring to right here is the bank loan interest rates. So if the loan interest rates is low, what this means is that more people are gonna start borrowing money from the bank because it's easier, it's cheaper to borrow money from the bank. And if more people borrow money from the bank, guess what? These same people are gonna spend more money. And when they spend more money on goods and services, this increases the demand for goods and services. And guess what this means? Everyone's spending money, boosting the economy grows bigger, and inflation will increases, vice versa, right? So if the interest rates are high, guess what? The demand for goods and services is going to be lower because it's very hard for you to borrow money, right? So the economy will shrink and inflation decreases. And yeah, so those are the two sides of the same coin. That's all you need to know about gross domestic product.